I am not gonna lie to you, viewer. Lightsabers are the shit. Now, are these called lightsabers? Of course not. But I be damned if a game gives me lightsabers and I don't use it to its fullest potential. And that's what this video is. We are gonna max out our Radiance to the point of no return. Now, first things first, Pieta's sword. Unless there's information I don't know, you cannot get Pieta's sword for a second time unless you're in New Game Plus. But that's okay, because if you play this game, you know she's one of the first bosses and she's pretty easy to beat. Now, the main ability of Pieta's sword is that it deals holy damage while inflicting smite on enemies. So you best believe while knowing this, I put everything I could into Radiance and smite damage. And to add even more damage to my swords, I use runes. Runes that specifically increase Radiance and holy damage. Now, this specific build has 5 spell slots, with the first slot being filled with the Vortex of Torment. You can get this spell from one of the Scourged Sisters in the Abbey of Hallowed Sisters. Now, I have to tell you that this is not a definite drop. So if you don't get it the first time, you may have to farm this Scourged Sister enemy in order to get it. Or more specifically, this one. Now, the ability itself summons a Radiant Cyclone which inflicts physical damage and bleed buildup. The next spell is the Lucent Beam spell. And I already made a video about this spell, specifically where to find it, how to get it, and what it does. So if you're curious about it, I'll leave it in the description for you. The next spell is the Radiant Weapon spell. Basically raises your weapon and imbues it with Radiance. Now, does it increase the damage of both blades? I'm not exactly sure. What I am sure of is either way you get a major buff in your Radiance damage. The next spell is going to be Aureus' Judgment. It's sold by Stolman in the Abbey of Hallowed Sisters. And it basically lets you summon Radiant Thunderbolts, which lets you strike your enemy from afar multiple times. The next spell is called Lacerating Weapon. Basically makes your character plunge their weapon into the earth and imbue it with blood. Now, for this spell, I'm for sure that it boosts both swords. Now, this specific build is going to be using the Sovereign Protector's armor, mostly because of its amazing defense. Even compared to the Judge Claire armor set, what most would say is the best Radiance armor. To be honest, it comes close. I mean, it will protect you better from smite, wither, and holy damage. However, I was more concerned about physical damage and one other thing. Now, this is the main reason I chose this set over Judge Cleric's set. You see how this armor looks? Now, check out the Judge Cleric's armor. My brother, what are those? Now, if you like this armor set better than you like the Sovereign Armor's armor set, that's fine. But I'm not keeping this on. My dude looks like he's cosplaying a homeless Jehovah's Witness, and I cannot stand it. I can't. Now, if your character is a female, that changes things, but this, hell no. Now, the Ring of Eternal Faith is the best Radiance ring in the game, and it apparently increases Radiance attribute. It's a great ring, but apparently you can only find it with Stolman in late game. And you can only purchase it from Stolman once you give him the 2 banners he wants for his quest line. This is also where you get the next ring I'm using, the Orion Sorcerer's Ring, which increases holy damage. And just a heads up in case you want these 2 rings, if you enter the area called the Empyrean before you give him the 2 banners, you'll fail his quest line. So yeah, don't do that. The last item I'm using for this build is called the Miner's Pendant. It gives you 5 spell slots to use, and it can be found in the Sunless Skein in the mines. Now, my stats are exactly as they're shown here. I'm level 136, and I put most of my points into Radiance, Vitality, and Endurance. Mostly because of a build like this, you're going to be moving as fast as possible and attacking as much as possible in order to build up Smite and Radiance. Most of the spells are just for long range or for buffs, you know, just in case you can't get close to your target. And to be honest, I believe Radiance caps at least 70, so I could go a little higher with Radiance. But tell me what you think in the comments. Do you like this build? Are there items you can't find or want to add on to the build? Let me know in the comments, and you guys have a great day. Peace!
If you think this has a happy ending, you're dead wrong.